All right, that should be better now. Good afternoon, listeners. Coffee Noise. I'm your host, DJ Marlin, and if you can't believe it, it is Wednesday once again. How are we doing, listeners? Today it is, what is today? Today is the 8th of October, 2025. How can you believe that? We are already in what, week 5? Week 6? I can't remember off the top of my head, really. I'm really bad at remembering dates and whatnot. I should get better at it. I guess for me, well, it's not really an actual, excuse, but I have just been really kind of, what's the word? I guess you would say kind of busy with schoolwork and all that whatnot. So that's been really taking up a lot of my time. So there's been that. But how are we doing out there, listeners? Like I said, today it is. What is today? Well, today is October 8th. So, you know what? Listeners, we're just going to get into the music right now. Sorry about that little delay, little issue. But we're going to get back into the music right now. We're going to be listening to some Luis Bonfa to start it off, Concierto for Guitar. And then we are going to listen to some Your Silence is My Favorite Song by Flooding. Hopefully you enjoy these two tracks. Remember, you listen to Coffee Noise, the Valley's on the Valley's only student station. So, yeah, let me stop talking and, let's just get into some. All right, and we are back, listeners. You just heard Your Silence is My Favorite Song by Flooding, and as well as Concierto for Guitar by Luis Bonfa. Kind of something a little different for today. Different sounds, different noises. We're gonna get kind of loud today, and some harsh noise music later today. That's I think that track by Flooding is gonna be the calmest song you're gonna be hearing today. So if you're if you're excited for that, good for you. You're gonna be your eardrums will be hurting a little bit. But we're going to do a little calming music right now. We're going to be listening to the next two tracks. We're going to be of Sing to the Bottom by Fountains of Wayne. And then the next track is going to be Pick It Up by John Mouse. If you haven't checked out the new Mouse album, Later Than You Think, definitely check it up. Check it out. It is a great album. It's very calming, very phenomenal. Almost reminded me of almost like Twin Peaks a little bit. I know some people don't really like that comparison because, it's two completely different things. But, I think if you definitely go in with an open mind, you'll like it. Also, I'm drinking this new tea that I found at HEB. I had one can, and I went back. I bought all the other cans I had available. This weird yerba mint tea. I don't know. I don't know what's in it. It tastes great, and it makes me feel better, so if it's something that tastes great and it makes me feel better, I think that's something I need to be drinking more of. You know what I'm saying? Drink water, yerba tea. What else? Diet soda, sparkling water, and lavender tea. Can highly recommend all those together. Anyways, let's go into the next track right now. This is Sing to the Bottom. And that was John Mouse with the track Pick It Up. I've been listening to his music a lot recently. I know he doesn't like the whole genre thing, which I kind of do agree with. I think a musician putting themselves in a genre really kind of limits themselves and also kind of limits people's perspectives of how they should make music, which is some people don't really like it for obvious reasons. It does kind of put this weird box around it. But I guess you would say he's into the, or he would be classified more into the vintage. Not vintage, the retro futuristic sound, if I'm correct. I think that's the word. I know some people don't really like that word, which is obvious why. It feels kind of doesn't really work that well. Some people don't really like that term. But I think that'll be the right term of how to describe his kind of music. Retro futuristic, but very dreamy track, and also the music video is very dreamy. It feels like you're it feels almost like you're in a weird dream. So I guess I wouldn't even say Twin Peaks, more like it reminded me personally more of Inland Empire. If you ever got the chance of watching that movie, Inland Empire, or even Mulholland Drive. Think about it. I had to watch Mulholland Drive for my philosophy and film class with Professor Morrissey. Love that class. Really did love that class. And I think Morrissey's one of my favorite professors. Very strict grader, but that man, I knew he was doing that. He was on something else. But if you want to get into John Miles, I think definitely check out his 2011 album, We Must Become the Pitiless Censors of Ourselves. Or even his most recent album, 2018, Addendum. But his new album, Later You Think, released on Young Records. Wow. Very good. I mean, it's really good. I think some of the tracks are really. I think a lot of tracks are great. I think the track "Hate the Antichrist" is kind of like a joke in itself, but wow, it's a really good calming song. So yeah, all I can say is just definitely check it out if you haven't. Give it a spin. I want to pick it up on vinyl. I think that'll be a good thing to have in my collection. It's been a minute since I bought any new vinyl records. I've been more into collecting band T-shirts. Like right now, I'm wearing a Blood Incantation T-shirt. It was from 2019, so it's not an old T. I mean, I guess you could say it's kind of old now. It's like, though, like 6 years old. Well, that's already something like 6 years or something. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I think So I want to get that new Mouse album on vinyl. I do want to get the. There's a couple of records I want to get on vinyl. I just haven't gone on to. I want to get more Swans records on vinyl. And I kind of do want to get that new William Basinski remastered, reissued of the Disintegration Loops. I think that'll be like a really good thing to have in my collection. Yeah, there's a lot of records I need to get in my collection. Buying records is not cheap, y'all. It is not cheap. But I think it's worth it. You know, you're having a piece of music. I love streaming music. I think it's great. You can stream music, but I always put this like why people go back to physical music. There's something different between like just listening to music on your phone or computer or laptop versus holding the physical music in your hand. It's something completely different. Sometimes you want the deluxe version, I guess you would say so. You kind of sit back with a CD player, you put the CD in the desk, you kind of just read the air notes. It's beautiful, very calming. Anyways, let's get into the next two tracks. We're going to be listening to Press by Word, and we're going to listen to some Chinese song that I found while surfing on the internet. I don't know what it's about, but she sounds in a very calming voice, and I like her voice, so we're going to get into it. Right now we're going to get to Word. I forgot the name of the artist. Actually, I don't remember her name. Let's see. You just listened to, if I am correct, Fei Wong. I believe she is Chinese or Japanese. I'm sorry. I could be butchering where she is from, so I am going to search that up real fast. Chinese. She's a Chinese singer-songwriter and actress. I really like her music as it's in mainly in native Mandarin, but has a very calm sound. It makes you feel very relaxed. I'll tell you what, listeners, you're not going to be relaxed on the next track right now. Right now, we're going to throw it back to some classic 90s Japanese hard rock. We're going to listen to some Boris. You're going to listen to the track Nakai Kayoku. Very loud, very aggressive, very harsh, just very much in your ear, which I think is very good. I love Boris. I've been listening to her music ever since since maybe in high school or middle school I've been listening to Boris, so pretty sure you're gonna enjoy this. So you know what? I've just been talking a bit too much. Let's just get right to the track right now. This is Boris, and if you ever listening to Nick Drake, there's actually their album parodies Nick Drake's album Brighter Lighter. So yeah, we're just going to the track right now. This is Boris. And you just heard Boris with Jack and the Kayoko. Very loud, very aggressive. I've been, I think that album it's come from is it's a great album. So if you haven't, definitely check it out. Very loud, very, I guess you would even say nauseating for some people. Which is, I guess you could say it's more of a nauseating track. I wouldn't personally see it as such. I think it's an amazing track. But you know what? I'm not mad at it. I'm definitely not mad at it. While I'm on the topic, I was going to talk about like music. Music is kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? It's an interesting thing, I think. I'm just rambling right now. While I get ready for the last track, one of the things on the top of my head. We're going to throw it back to some original music I used to play a long time ago. Oh, geez, probably years ago right now. So we're going to load that up right now for you listeners. Excuse me. Just a little burp a little there. Excuse me for that, listeners. Yeah, I had to hear that. But we're going to get into the last two tracks of the day. And as always, listeners of this week's music will always be available on both Apple Music and Spotify. You can find the playlist by following me on Instagram at watford.jpg. I'll have them both there listed up already in a minute or so once I get this tracks out of the way. So, listeners, let's just get to the right track right now. We're going to be listening to Echo Bravo by Duster, and we're going to finish off with The Dead Texan. And we are back, listeners. It is 12:57. I'll be 12:50. I'm going to finish up wrapping up this show for the week. You listen to a couple of music for today. I think that final track by The Dead Texan is very calming, almost very atmospheric, I would say. That'd be the right word. Yeah. And then we listened to Echo Bravo by Duster. I love Duster, man. I have that album. I have both those albums, both The Dead Texan and Stratosphere by Duster on vinyl in my collection. Might have to bring them out just to play them out loud once again. It's been a minute since I've heard one of my vinyl records. Get some nice speakers or a nice pair of headphones, plug them into a nice amplifier, get that nice warm sound people like about vinyl. So, yeah, that's what I really like about it. Anyways, as always, listeners, this week's playlist will be available on both Apple Music and Spotify. You can find them by following me on Instagram at watford.jpg. So I'm always on there, or you see me around campus, say hi or whatever. I usually have headphones on, so it doesn't mean I'm angry. Just I don't really like talking to people on the Bronx Trail. I wouldn't say I'm a quiet person. No, actually, I am a quiet person. Anyways, listeners, final thought today before I have to let y'all go and I do my own thing. Shout out to my girlfriend's brother. It is his birthday. Shout out to you, Jet. And then hash browns. Hash browns are actually not a bad thing for breakfast. I've had some this morning. It's actually really good, but I think orange juice is superior. Actually, listeners, debate of the week. What is better, orange juice or apple juice? I'm going to say apple. It's more nostalgic for me, so I like nostalgia on that thing. Anyways, listeners, that's it for me. Remember, you're listening to Vaquero Radio, the Valley's only student station. I will see you all next week. All right. Bye-bye.